here I am. I'm a little bit out of breath because I was hurrying and I had to get everything together because I was driving and I got stuck in traffic. So I'm so sorry that we are starting later than normal. I apologize for that. And are you excited? Today we're going to talk about, today day 4 of the 5-day Create an Oily Life Challenge. We are going to talk about natural cleaning with essential oils. I hope you're excited about this. I hope you're ready to learn and ready to get some essential oils and learn how to clean with them in a natural way without chemicals. Hi, Linda. So today we're going to cover, or I'm going to show you all the ways that I use essential oils together with some stuff that probably, if I was to guess, you probably have in your kitchen. And if you don't have some, then they're inexpensive and you can get them easily in your supermarket. So this is not something that's going to be like horribly hard or challenging to do or to make it to learn to utilize in your day-to-day life. So that's what I love about it. I've been using natural products for a really long time now. It's been probably within the first year of actually using essential oil, I started shifting from chemical products for the cleaning to actually cleaning with all natural stuff, and it just sort of progressed from there. Back in the day, there were not so many cleaning products that were natural on the market. Now there are a plethora of these kind of products. But what I want to show you, instead of having to spend money and using things that are natural that other companies are making, I want to show you some ways that you can utilize stuff that you have at home in combination with essential oils, and you can actually make your own products that are non-toxic, that are easy to make, that are not expensive or don't take a lot of money to make them. So they're economical and you actually can get great benefits from them. This is me talking from my experience, because in almost 18 years I've been using the natural stuff. I mean, it's been working for me, and I don't use chemical laden products since 18 years ago. So I think it's pretty cool. Hi, Cody. So are you pumped about this? Are you ready to use and learn how to make natural products together with essential oils and with some base ingredients? I want to ask you, for those of you who are on, do you have or have you had in the past any kind of experience with natural products, or do you use natural products already? I would want to know where you guys are with that. So give me some hearts or some yeses, or respond and comment, or just let me know, do you, for those of you who are already using natural products or have experience with them, just give me some hearts or some thumbs up and let me know where you guys at with that. Hi, Marta. I'm gonna actually pull up on my regular computer here just to make sure that in case something happens like before and I don't get the comments, because sometimes it happens. No experience, Linda? Okay. What about you, Marta? Do you have experience with using natural cleaning products? Or are you a newbie or a virgin? Natural cleaning virgin. Linda is also a natural cleaning virgin. So hold on, let me just do that so I can just, in the case. All right, here I am, so I can see you guys, my discussion, and let's see this. All right, here we are. So, no, Marta is also a virgin. Okay, cool. So I want to start first with showing you what are some staples that if you wanted to start using natural cleaning products, what are some things that I would suggest that you have at home. So I just pulled some things that I naturally have pretty much all the time in the house and start making the products as I go and as I need them. So I'm going to show you some stuff, and you're going to be probably like, yeah, I have that, because it's nothing fancy, and it's stuff that normally it's being used that maybe you haven't thought about it, using it for cleaning purposes. So one of the things that we're going to start with is thing that you probably know about very well, is baking soda. Baking soda is one of those things that I always have at home. I usually have bigger containers of this, but I didn't want to pull it out over here because I already have so much stuff on the table and I wanted to be able to show you. So, why is baking soda so great? And it's so multi-purpose. Baking soda is great for deodorizing stuff. Baking soda, so you probably already know stuff like using it in your refrigerator to reduce odors. It's also used, you can also use it for internal purposes or also on your skin, but for that reason, we're going to talk about that on day 5, and I'm going to talk to you about how you can start making yourself some natural beauty care products. And baking soda is one of those ingredients that you can use to do that. But I don't usually use this type of baking soda. I know there are other companies on the market. There are companies on the market. I mean, Arm & Hammer is sort of like the most popular one, but it doesn't really matter what brand of baking soda you're using. And baking soda is, if I use it on my skin, I actually use a different brand of baking soda because this baking soda has aluminum in it. So for cleaning purposes and for stuff around the house, I use this no problem. But for actually on my body, I use different one, which I'm going to show you tomorrow, that doesn't have aluminum in it. That's like sort of like more clean in essence. But for cleaning purposes, you're fine with whatever baking soda you can get in your regular store. So what I use baking soda for? Baking soda is amazing for cleaning. So one of those powders, I don't even remember anymore what they're called because it's been so long since I've used that stuff. But there is this powder that is made for like scrubbing the sink or scrubbing the bathtub or scrubbing the, even for the toilet. I mean, anything that requires scrubbing, this powder is used for. It smells horrible. I don't remember the name of it. If anybody remembers, just like give me a shout because, like I said, it's been 18 years, so I don't remember anymore what they call these toxic cleaning products. So this one, you can use it in the same way as you would this powder that's used for scrubbing. Hi, Lukasz. And how I actually make a scrubbing paste with baking soda, which is totally amazing, is you mix, and I usually don't make it, I use a little bit of it. I don't actually use a lot of, I don't make a lot of it. I just make whatever would last me for like a couple weeks maybe. So I would make it in a jar that's like this kind of size, right? So these are just regular size from like whatever, if I have pickles or whatever, I save these type of jars and then I just make my products and store them in there. So how you would make a paste out of this that's natural is you put, let's say you put a cup of baking soda or half a cup, depends like how often you would want to use it. And you would put it in a bowl, you pour some like half a cup or whatever, a cup of this, and then you put something called, this is like a staple ingredient, it's called castile soap. I don't know if you ever heard of castile soap. I have been using it for like 18 years already. It's amazing. It's so multi-purpose, and I'm going to tell you all the ways you can start using it. I'm just starting to show you, like, so that you can get accustomed to these ingredients, because castile soap should start being as of today one of your best friends. And castile soap is something you can use for cleaning. It's also really versatile when it comes to beauty care. You can do so much with it, as well as when it comes to doing laundry, when it comes to doing dishes. I mean, you can use it for so much stuff. It's like literally like hundreds of uses. So this is something that you want to have at home. Dr. Bronner's, which is this brand, is probably the most popular, I would say, brand of castile soap. But there are other ones on the market nowadays, and they also have them in different flavors. This one happens to be rose, because I love rose fragrance or rose smell, and it smells really nice. So like, there's no chemicals in this. And it's also highly concentrated, so for use, like let's say if you're using it for like a dish soap or anything like that, you can dilute it. Same for laundry, same for making cleaning products out of this. This like you dilute it and it will last you. And this bottle is not even the biggest size. And Ajax, yes, Linda, Ajax was the powder. This is, I guess, and this is the smaller of the bottles. They make even smaller ones, but this runs like $9, and it'll last you a long time. Before I bought this one, I actually had a bigger size bottle and it lasted me like a year. So for the bigger bottle costs about $16 or $15, depends where you buy it. I mean, you can probably get a better deal if you like look around for it, but Dr. Brown is the shit, in my opinion. I mean, it's been around for a long time and it does the job and it's very versatile. I love products like this that are easy, simple, non-expensive, and they last you a long time and you can do a bunch of stuff with them. So hey, I would highly recommend it. They come in flavors of, there's one that doesn't have any flavor. I'm calling it flavors. I know that's not the right way to say it, but I just like it. There comes in tea tree, peppermint, lavender. This one is rose. And then they have also one that's for sensitive skin that has like a baby blue. Is actually, I think it's called like a baby Dr. Brown is, but I'm not 100% sure. And that one doesn't have any scent. So it's pretty much like you can put whatever you want. If you don't want it with the scent, I would recommend have it without the scent, and then you can add essential oils into it of the kinds that you like or for whatever purposes you're using it. But in any case, I was talking about the paste that you can make that's natural for scrubbing stuff. So you would mix half a cup or 1 cup of this, or you can use more, whatever, depends how you think. And then you start pouring this thing into the baking soda, and you're gonna keep pouring until it gets this sort of thick paste gets created. And once you have the thick paste, then you put about 5 drops of essential oils into it. So let's say you can use like common oils that you would use for cleaning and for disinfecting and for deodorizing would be like lemon, thieves. We talked about all these. Tea tree. Tea tree is not my favorite smell, so I don't use it that often because I'm not a fan of the tea tree smell. However, tea tree oil is really effective, but like rosemary is also great. Thyme or oregano is also great, but like pick an oil that actually you like the smell of. And because now you're actually moving into the spring, you would want to use probably some oils that have like lighter scent, and that would be like lemon, lime. Like citrus oils have like this kind of, to me, they have like the smell of spring. I associate with citrus oils. I mean, you can tell me if you resonate with that or not, then just give me some shout outs. But usually I would use in the springtime more often than not a lot of citrus oils, whatever I have on hand. So it could be lemon, lime, okay, lemon, lime, grapefruit, tangerine, orange, whatever floats your boat. There's also a blend called Citrus Fresh, and that's like a combo of almost all of these citrus oils, which is really nice as well. So if you don't want to be like, you can have one or the other, you can combine and mix them if you like different flavors. I keep saying flavors. I like the idea of flavor. But in any case, so this is how you make this. This is like so simple. 2 ingredients plus the oils, and you just put it in a jar, you close it, and this paste doesn't dry out, but you have to use it. I would say like last time I made this, it lasted me about a month because I made like a bigger amount. And then what I used this for, so you would use it the same way as you would Ajax, except that this one smells nice. It gets the job done. It works really easy, just the same way like Ajax would, and it actually doesn't have any chemicals in there. So to me, this is amazing. And it little goes a long way, so you're going to be able to utilize it. And all the ways that you would see for cleaning the bathroom, so like I would clean a bathtub with it, I would clean my stove with it. Even you can use it inside the stove, which is pretty awesome, because I remember when I first came in 1995, when I first came in here, I actually used to clean houses as work before I went to school. And what ended up happening, I've never seen one of these oven cleaners that they have. And somebody asked me to clean and spray the oven. Oh my God, I thought I was gonna die. That stuff tastes like, I was just like, I had a taste of the chemicals in my mouth as I kept cleaning the oven after the spray. I don't remember what it's called anymore. But the spray, as it has such a heavy fumes that I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw up from this. You probably know what I'm saying, because like a lot of people use that stuff. But then, you know, what's really bad about that, or not so great about that, is that you spray it with chemicals, your oven looks amazing, but what's not amazing about it, but then you cook the food in there and those chemicals are lingering around and actually getting to your food. So not a positive experience and not one you want to be indulging in, because it's not good for you to have this many chemicals absorbed into your food and then you eat it. That's like disaster waiting to happen, in my opinion. And the thing is, in today's world, we are so laden with so many chemicals. Also, the air, like when you live in, I live in New York. Some of you guys live in New York, so the air is not exactly clean either. And for me, this is kind of the way that you can start monitoring and controlling your immediate environment at home or wherever you spend your time in, and make it more cleaner. So that way, your health and your immune system and your energy is better, as opposed to like using chemicals and adding to your body and to your skin and to your liver, having to process all these chemicals that you are using, that you could use something else and supplement it, and not having to have these kind of reactions. And that's why even you see nowadays a lot more people having allergies and that kind of stuff happening. And I think it's because of the exposure of so many chemicals that are so new to our system, and our systems, because it doesn't clear itself out as it should, because of all the stuff we put on ourselves and all the stuff that we are exposed to and all the stuff that we eat. So that way the body is so overloaded with all these chemicals that it starts to like express itself through allergies and asthma and things of such nature, or like even skin conditions that a lot of people have. So if you are one of those people who actually suffer from one of these things, this is an amazing thing to do for yourself. And also if you have kids or for your family, if you struggle with like having to, you know, your immune system is not functioning properly, right? Linda says those oven cleaners are horrible. They smell like blech. I still remember after this many years the actual like taste and smell that the cleaner has. But yeah, I was saying nowadays when you actually start using this is a way to support your body and basically take the load off and not having to be exposed to so many chemicals. And you can control this because it's in your own home and it's easy and it's cost effective, and it actually helps you. So you don't breathe so much stuff and you don't put it, because when you work with it, then you touch it, it gets absorbed through your skin, and your skin is your largest organ, so you want to pay attention to that kind of stuff. What happened for me and how I started making this connection 18 years ago is when I was sick and I was constantly, something was happening with me, and I started reading, like one of the first things I started reading about, you know, your immune system and how important it is to take care of yourself and to strengthen your immune system, because if there's something going on with you, if you have a strong immune system, then your body will be able to take care of you. But clearly I didn't have an immune system, and I had no idea as far as like the food goes or what I'm using in my day-to-day life and the chemicals I'm using in my home and on my body. I didn't really understand or got the connection between, oh, this might be actually, you know, making it harder for me to be healthy and to have strong immune system. And then when I started reading about it, I was like, wow, okay, so if I actually start replacing my beauty care products for more natural things, and also start replacing my cleaning products and stuff that I use around my house, maybe that's gonna have an effect on my health. And as soon as I started to put this 2 and 2 together, I started replacing all my beauty care and all my cleaning products in home, and my health improved like that. And I was like, whoa, this is pretty amazing. And I was like, I wish that a lot more people knew about this, because the connection of what do you use on everyday basis and you don't even realize. And how, you know, I want to, like, if you're still using, if you're still a virgin as far as the natural cleaning products go, then what I want you to do is go into your, wherever you keep your cleaning products, whether it's under the sink in the kitchen or in a bathroom, or if you have a special room in a house, then go there and start grabbing some of the cleaning products and check the label and look for the ingredients and look for the stuff that's actually in there. And you're going to be horrified when you actually start looking at this, because most of the people don't ever look at their labels. They just learn that Windex is for windows, and they've learned that, you know, Ajax is for oven cleaning and for this kind of stuff, and we never actually check what's in the product actually, that's, you know, what we're actually using for our day-to-day stuff to clean our houses, and to how we breathe that stuff in and what effect it can have. And also read every cleaning product has actually warning on there too. This is also on toothpaste and on regular beauty care products, but we'll talk about that on day 5. But yeah, check it out and just like start having an awareness, make connection to like what you're using in your day-to-day life to how it actually is affecting you. And what I also wanted to tell you is a lot of these things, a lot of these chemicals, they're not censored by anybody, even though it should be, but there's so many chemicals nowadays on the market and nobody's screening it. So that's why all these problems are happening. And because of that, like your immune system and your body is pretty much like under so much pressure. And like I said, when you start using natural stuff, you will start noticing within a short amount of time that your body start to like function better. You're gonna see that you're gonna have more energy, you might have more pep in the step, you start noticing that your skin is not, breaking out, or you don't have rashes on it, or it doesn't react in the same way, your hair starts to feel different. I mean, it's just like, there's so much stuff that starts to change to the positive side that, I mean, and you like, and then don't believe me, like test it out for yourself, because I'm always advocate for like, okay, I said this and now go try it and see what happens to you. But it's not one of those things that you only do once and then you stop and then you see like, oh, your life is gonna transform, because it needs to be something that you start actually using on a regular basis. But so moving on from this, so I showed you baking soda and castile soap. Castile soap's amazing. and I'm gonna talk to you more about the castile soap. So I told you how to make a scrub. I don't want to give you too many recipes, but what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna give you some base recipes today that you can start using right away with the stuff you have and with some essential oils. And then I'm gonna actually start making videos on my blog for like stuff that you can, like chunk sizes of things for specific cleaning things, so that we can expand. I mean, would that be something that you'd be interested in? So you actually have specific kind of recipes and we expand the foundation. So now you have something that you can start with and then you can grow from there. Does that sound good? Yes? No? Maybe? You guys say something. Okay, I'm not seeing any of you commenting, so okay. So let's go to another ingredient. This you probably also have at home. This is not a secret one. Okay, sounds good. Great. Awesome. So another magic ingredient that I love to use, guess what that is? Vinegar. Vinegar is amazing. Okay, cool. So Linda says yes. Vinegar is amazing. I always have vinegar in the house. This is all these things that I'm showing you, I usually have, if not all of them, then most of them at all times in the house. Vinegar is great. This actually I've learned when I was a kid, that vinegar is amazing for using for window cleaning. If you know that, like if you want to make your windows be shiny and you don't want to use Windex, vinegar is a good thing to use. But vinegar has also, like baking soda has multiple purposes. Also, what I didn't tell you about baking soda is one of those things that you can also use for your laundry. So what you can do with laundry, same with vinegar. Vinegar is also great to use for laundry. Baking soda you can use if you actually don't want to use. I haven't made my own laundry detergent per se. I've been using companies called 7th Generation for years now. However, I don't use the fabric softener. And if you want to use a fabric softener, you can make it yourself and it's really easy. And you can make it in large amounts if you like, or you can make it in small amounts. So I will tell you what you can actually start doing and how you can do that. And it's easy. It doesn't take more than 1 minute to make it, which is awesome. So you put some baking soda and you get a regular sea salt. You don't need to get any kind of expensive sea salt. Get whatever cheapest sea salt or kosher salt that you can find in grocery store. They usually have like one of these big containers of sea salt. Because for that, if you're consuming sea salt, then it's a different conversation. But using it for laundry and for like stuff around the house, you don't need to spend a lot of money for that kind of stuff. So you combine 1-to-1 ratio baking soda and sea salt, and you put it, usually the way I do it, I put it in a bowl and I mix it together whatever. So you could use, if you use half a cup of baking soda, you would use half a cup of sea salt. You mix it together. Some people also use borax, but I don't like borax. Borax to me is not natural, so you can add that as well, but I don't use that with this recipe. But you could if you wanted to. Me, I'm not a fan of borax. So you put baking soda 1-to-1 with sea salt, mix it together, and then per cup of whatever you're putting, you're gonna put 15 drops of essential oils. And what you could use for laundry, you can use lavender, you can use lemon, you can use lemongrass, you can use eucalyptus, anything that doesn't have color per se of oil and that you like the smell of, that's refreshing. This is also a good one to use. And you just mix it. After you mix the baking soda and the sea salt together, you mix the oils into it so they combine with the whole mixture. And then what you do, you just put it in a jar and you store it like that. You could, if you make like 3 to 5 cups, whatever, then you have it, because you're gonna use in the laundry, you can use from quarter to cup, right? And it depends on what's going on with you, like how much laundry you have, whatever. So you have to test it out. So you can use quarter cup, you could use half a cup, you could use a whole cup. Depends how much laundry you have and depends what you need to do. What's also great about this, it doesn't only act as a fabric softener or booster, but it also softens the water. So if for those of you who have hard water, sea salt acts as a water softener. So that also affects your laundry. So like if you wanted to use it for your sheets, for example, this would be a good thing to do. Or like if you have clothes that... All right, so we got disconnected, but now I'm back. So anyway, so you put so for this laundry booster and laundry softener, you would store it in a container and you would use it based on how much laundry you have, and if you have hard water, you can figure out how much to use. What's also great about it, if you use sea salt helps to clean the energy from your clothes, because I'm an energy worker and I do that kind of stuff. So if you want to clean the energy, if there was something happening, or even because we have a tendency to discharge energy while we sleep, so I have a tendency to put this in the sleep. Not in the sleep. I have a tendency to put it to the sheets when I'm washing them to actually clear the energy. So not only acts as a laundry softener, but also energy cleaner. So that's like a double whammy positive thing that this recipe does. So try it out for yourself. And like I said, you can make, if you make like 5 cups of it, then you store it. I would store it in a glass jar, and then would put it away, and then would use whatever I want. Or if I don't want to make a big thing because storage thing is a problem, then I would make it on the go, and I would just like make a 1 cup and then would use it for the day that I'm doing the laundry. So it's up to you how you want to do that, and actually works pretty effectively. Also, since we are talking about laundry, vinegar, which I started talking about, is also amazing for laundry. Like if you have stuff that bleeds, if you actually put vinegar into the load of laundry, it will stop bleeding the colors. If you know that, this is like a little tidbit. I use vinegar also in cleaning stuff, but I will tell you in a second about that. But let me tell you a little bit more also about the laundry. When it comes to laundry, if you want to use stuff for, let's say, for spots and for grease and for, one of those things that you would use a spot cleaner for, this is one thing that you can use is, let me show you, ta-da, 2 things that are actually awesome for that. One of them is hydrogen peroxide. So I don't use Clorox also in a million years already, and I was trying to look for something that actually has a whitening effect without the chemicals. Well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Regular hydrogen peroxide that you buy for $1 or whatever. Like this is, I bought this in a 99-cent store. And hydrogen peroxide does a really good job of whitening your clothes. And if you combine it with essential oil of lemon, it actually acts even more so as a whitening agent. And so what you would do, you would put, like, let's say if you're putting it into white laundry, You would do a cup of this if you have like a medium load. If you have more than that, then if you have like a lot of clothes, then you can put more than 1 cup. And then you put about 3 or 4 drops of lemon oil into this, and this acts as a great whitener for your clothes. And no chemicals, no nasty smell. It actually smells really refreshing. I mean, I think this is pretty cool. Also, for spot cleaning, hydrogen peroxide and lemon oil are awesome. For any kind of stains like grease stains or gum stains or anything that's like dirty stuff that has oily residue into it, lemon oil is amazing for that. And what you would do, you would just spot clean it. So you would, like, wherever you have the spot, you would just take lemon oil and you would just put it on a spot and you leave it sit there, and then basically you put it to wash, and it works out like that. It's also amazing for blood stains. With blood stains, it can, both of them, hydrogen peroxide and lemon, are also great for blood stains. But my experience is if you leave the blood stain to dry, then it actually doesn't come out all the way. It will come out about 80%, but it won't come out all the way. So you want to make sure that you're doing it as soon as the blood stain happens. And what you would do, you would just pour someone on the blood stain wherever it is on your clothing, and then you let it sit there, and you will start to see that it starts to dissolve and it gets lighter. And then you just do your regular laundry can be jiggy. If you have bloody clothes, also you don't want to use warm water, because if the blood stain didn't come out, it will never come out, because it's gonna get like put into the fabric and it's over after you put it in the warm or hot water. So cold water, wash it in the cold water. So that would be for laundry, how you can actually start using. You can also use for lightening effect baking soda as well. So I use a combo. I don't necessarily use baking soda with dark clothes. I only use it with light clothes, white or something that's light necessarily. So that will be that. So since we talked about laundry, so I told you about fabric softener, and I told you about how to spot clean and how to whiten the clothes naturally. Try it out. It's actually really effective. I like that. So that's that. What we have with vinegar. Vinegar is one of those things that you can make some base cleaning spray, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to make it. And this cleaning spray that I'm going to share with you, it's actually able to clean anything, really. I use it for everything. You dilute it based on what you clean with it, and I'm going to tell you how to do it. So what you actually take, you'll have vinegar. Hey Ola, you have vinegar, just regular vinegar. This one is even in a plastic bottle, so just whatever vinegar you can get your hands on, white vinegar. And then you're going to take a big glass jar. I use a mason jar. I have like one of those big ass mason jars. I mean, I should have brought it probably. But you can use a regular, like a pickle jar. It doesn't need to be huge. You could just like, I think that's 750 milliliters. I might be wrong, but I think that's how big the size is. And what you do with it is you basically I use a lot of lemons and limes. And I'm sure you do too. A lot of people use lemons and limes for cooking with the lime juice. I drink the lemon water in the morning. I just use lime juice and lemon juice for so much stuff in my cooking. Also, I drink a lot of that. So you basically don't throw out the lemons and lime. You can also use oranges and grapefruit. And you don't throw them out as pouring the lemon or lime juice out. When you're done with that, when you cut it in half, those wedges you don't throw away, but you put the jar in the refrigerator, and you start basically collecting the used up lemons and lime wedges, whatever, the halves. If you have also orange rind, grapefruit rind, those two, and you just keep sticking them into this empty glass jar that you have put aside. And when your jar is full, what are you going to do with it? You're going to pour to the top regular vinegar on top of it. You're just going to pour it in the jar. Same kind of way as if you were like preserving vegetables. Like if you ever make pickles, this is how you would do that. And then you just pour it to the top. You can also add other stuff to it, but you don't have to. I've tried different ways. You can put herbs in there like rosemary, thyme. You can put cinnamon sticks if you want. Cloves as well, the whole cloves. You can just stick them in there. And then you close this concoction and then you put it in your windowsill. This is how complicated this recipe is. And it's amazing. And then what you're going to do, you're going to let it sit there for 2 weeks. It needs to sit minimum 2 weeks. You can leave it up to 2 months. But minimum, it's 2 weeks. So you just let it sit there with the windowsill, do its thing. What I usually do also, I put a label on top on the jar and I date it. So I know when I put it there, because I'm like, I always have a tendency to think that, yes, I'm going to remember when I did it. And then like a couple days later or a week later, I'm like, when was this? I was putting this in. I don't remember anymore because I have so much other stuff going on. So don't think that you're going to remember it. Just put a date on this jar, right? And when 2 weeks is over, what are you going to do? You're going to strain this liquid out of this concoction. And you're going to store this liquid in a jar, in some kind of smaller jar, because it's probably, if you're using the regular pickle jar, the regular size pickle jar, whatever the regular size is, I don't know. I keep thinking it's 750 milliliters, but I don't know if it is that, right? And so what are you going to do? You're going to, from that kind of jar, you're going to have probably this much liquid. What's great about this is because a lot of people are like, yuck, vinegar smells bad, right? Not very many people are a fan of the vinegar smell. Neither am I, to tell you the truth. But what's great about this, because you're putting the citrus fruit with the vinegar, it actually cuts down the smell of the vinegar. And so this whole concoction, after it's been sitting, if you add some other stuff, it's also going to take on the smells. I was going to say flavors, not flavors, the smells of all this other stuff that you put in there. So it's going to be a combination of that. But like I said, you don't need to put anything else in there if you don't want to. But you can play with it. It's actually fun. Test it out. Like, see how you like it. You might create your own concoction that you're like, oh my god, the smell is amazing. And so like after 2 weeks, after you strain it, you're going to have this concentrated liquid, right? And what you're going to do with this liquid, it's really going to be great. You're going to store it in a jar, and you can store it in a dark place, not somewhere in the sunlight, in a glass jar. You put it away. And then what you're going to do is I don't use plastic bottles for my cleaning stuff that I make. But what I do is I save the tops. So this is, clearly, you know, I use Bragg apple cider vinegar, but this bottle I saved from my Bragg's apple cider vinegar. So this is something you can do. If you have glass bottles from like stuff that you use either for cooking or whatever, just don't throw them away. And then whatever cleaning products you have, because this tap is the same, I just reused from one of my like other cleaning things. I saved this tap, the spray nozzle, and I attached it. Voila, I have my own cleaning bottle. And so you can see like a little bit what's in here of this cleaner that I just made, that I told you the recipe for. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna use the whole liquid because it's too concentrated. What are you gonna do with it? Now, when the liquid is ready, you're gonna put essential oils into it to add some disinfecting power and some additional scent. But why you're putting essential oils into it is because you want it to have a more of a cleaning boost, so to speak. So what you can put in here, so I have a tendency to put either thieves or purification or lemon, usually, or any kind of citrus. I love those because those really get the job done when you're talking for like clearing out like regular surfaces like in a kitchen and in a bathroom and things like that. And so I put, if I have, let's say, what you would do is you would put a quarter of this liquid that you have, and you would fill it to 3/4 with water. And then you want to adjust the concentration based on what you're using it for. So if you're using it for like kitchen counters and for the toilet, you would use maybe 2 to 1, right? So you want the concentration to be higher. If you're using it for, let's say, cleaning the windows, which you can, what do you want to do? You want it to dilute it more. So would use it more like 1:3, right? Like I just told you. And this is amazing because you can do, this is like a multi-purpose cleaner that you can use for pretty much anything. You can use it in your bathroom, you can use it in your kitchen, you can also wipe dust with it on the shelves, which I do as well. This is how I clean stuff. So this is multi-purpose, it will last you a long time. And if you have pets, It's also safe for them, so they don't react to this kind of stuff. And it actually, you can also clean with it, like if you have a wooden cutting board or anything that you want to wipe out that you want to disinfect, you can use this for. It's pretty amazing. And actually, I've been using this for years now, and I keep remaking it, and I try new concoctions, and it lasts you a long time. And then when you're done with it, you just put a label on your jar, and you store the rest of it away until the next time you need to use it. I mean, isn't this cool? I mean, are you excited? This is really, I mean, I like this cleaner. This cleaner is really, like, it's effective, it's multi-purpose, and it's easy to make. So start saving your limes and lemons, right? It's cool, right? I think so. And so that's that, right? What else do I need to tell you about? So I was like, maybe let's talk about cleaning the toilet, because that happens to be one of those things. So now I told you how to make from baking soda, how to make the scrubbing thing that you can use in the kitchen and in the bathroom for, like, the hot tub for the tub, and for the sink, for those types of things. So now let me tell you how some easy recipe that you can make for cleaning the toilet, which have a tendency to stink. So what you can do is, there's a two-step process to cleaning the toilet to making also the cleaner. So you're gonna take, so I told you what you can do with the laundry, for the laundry booster, for laundry softener. So for the softener, you're gonna use the sea salt combined with baking soda and with some essential oils. What you can do, you use the same concoction, but you use it for the bathroom. I mean, not for the bathroom, but for the toilet. I mean, let me rephrase, for the toilet. And you mix it together. For toilet, I usually use oils like oregano, thieves, thyme, you know, things that, clove, like ones that actually kick ass, like, because there's a lot of bacteria and a lot of stuff going on in the toilet, so you want to clean that sucker. So when you actually mix this together, you put it in a jar, and then what you do, you're gonna use it, the toilet brush, like everybody usually has. You're gonna stick it to this mixture, right? So the brush gets coated, and then you basically clean the toilet with it. And as you keep, you know, scrubbing that and whatever, you want to leave it on. After you scrubbed it, you just leave it on for like 15 minutes to let it do its thing, and then you flush the toilet. And after you flush the toilet, the step 2 is you want to disinfect it even farther. So what you can do, you can even use some of this citrus liquid base cleaner that I told you about, and you will just spray it around the rim from top up, and then you let it sit there again for 10 minutes, and then you flush the toilet again, and then your toilet's going to be clean. It's going to smell nice. If you don't feel like making this, or you don't want to use it for the toilet, then all you have to do is just take your bottle of vinegar, and you don't even have to put it in a spray bottle. You just open the bottle of vinegar, and then what you're going to do, you're just going to basically pour it from the top down, right? And you let it sit there. And if you don't want to use vinegar, then you can use hydrogen peroxide as a last step. So you either use the citrus cleaner, and you're gonna pour it, you're gonna put regular vinegar, or you're gonna put hydrogen peroxide. So you use your pick, and that should get all the gunk out of the toilet for you. And it's simple, it's easy, and it smells good after you're done with it. So how cool is that? And so with all these ingredients, you basically can clean your whole house. Now I'm going to tell you what you can do if you want to deodorize the carpet and clean the energy. So for those of you who have carpets, and then we're going to move to also, I'm going to show you what you can use for some wood polish and dusting the wooden furniture, that is, and also what you can use for cleaning the floors. So for carpets, what you can use to actually clean the energy and deodorize the carpet and make it feel more alive, the carpet. So usually when I don't have any areas in my apartment where there is like a wall-to-wall carpet, and you might have, if you're one of those people, then and also if you have pets, that's also one of those things where it's imperative that you deodorize and clean stuff that's lurking in your carpet. If so, how you can actually deodorize and clean the carpet, and it not only cleans the carpet, but it also cleans the energy, which is amazing to me, because everything that cleans the energy is like, I'm all about that. So what you can do is, you can mix, you take your baking soda, depends how big the room, how big the carpet, right? Depends on that. You're gonna have to like eyeball it to see how much you would need for the size of the room and for the size of the carpet. And then you're just gonna mix it in a bowl. You're gonna mix it in a bowl some baking soda, and you're gonna take an oil that's deodorizing, such as lemon oil, rosemary, thieves, or purification. You even can use oregano, but oregano doesn't smell all that great to me. Oregano is not like, I love it. I love it on the food and I love eating it, but like the smell of it is not attractive for me. If oregano does the job for you, great. But it's great for like disinfecting stuff and actually cleaning things out of the air and stuff like that is amazing. But like I said, or even you can use tea tree. Tea tree is really good for that too. And I'm just not a fan of the smell of tea tree. Actually, less of the tea tree than oregano. Oregano is even okay more than tea tree for me. But you have to know, like, what is it for you. So anyways, so what you're going to do, you're going to mix. So let's say if you use a cup of baking soda, right? Then what do you want to do? You want to put at least 5 to 8 drops of the oil. And then you want to mix it. So basically you want to mix the oil with the baking soda. And then what you're going to do, you're going to walk in the room and you're going to basically sprinkle it as if you're sprinkling sugar on a cake. You're going to sprinkle it all over your carpet. And then you want to leave it there. You don't want to clean it up right away. You want to leave it there so the actual baking soda mixture can absorb all the stuff that's in the carpet, and then it can liven up the carpet a little bit. So you leave it there. I would say if you're in a hurry and you don't want to leave it too long, leave it at least for 15-20 minutes. But what's even better is you leave it at least for a couple hours, so that like really let the magic work, leave the room, and then come back and vacuum it. It actually is amazing. You can do this for wall-to-wall carpeting, or you can also do it for area rugs, which I have only area rugs in my apartment, and I do this all the time with them, and it actually works like that. I love it. So that's something that you can do. And I would do this, depends if you have pets, depends how old the carpets are. I usually do this at least once a month. But you can do it more often if you like. It's up to you. It's really easy and it's effective. So that's how you deodorize and clean the energy of the carpet. Now, how to actually, if you have wooden floors or if I have laminate floors, how do you clean those naturally? So what I usually do, my best friend over here, Castile soap, I put some warm water, put this into it a little bit. I just use like a squirt of into it, and then I would put either lemon oil, rosemary, sometimes I put lavender, thieves, whatever. Like these are my oils that I usually like, those are my go-to for cleaning, and the clove also. And you just put a couple drops of the oil in there, you mix it together, and voila, you wash your floors. This is how easy this is. If you don't have Castile soap, you can also use dish soap, but just a little bit, not a lot. And you wash your stuff. And then I also recently I bought a steamer for the floor, so I started using that instead. But like this been working just quite well. Now, what about if you have wooden furniture? Wooden furniture, and you want to dust it, and you don't really want to use on wooden furniture water. That's a no-no. So what do you use for that? Which is one thing I didn't bring in here is olive oil. Olive oil should be your best friend. So when you have olive oil is really amazing for dusting and for cleaning wooden furniture, for like alivening it. And I'm gonna give you a recipe of what I do to do that. I used to buy like these furniture polishes and things like that, but now I just make this one and it actually gets the job done and it's really great. So you put some olive oil and you put some lemon oil. If you like if I usually mix it in a bowl, I don't leave it sitting. I just use it. I just make it on the go when I'm going to clean. I have this little small bowl. I put about this much in a small bowl of the olive oil, and you don't need to use like expensive olive oil, the one that you're cooking with. It could be just whatever olive oil that you buy, not for a lot of money. For cleaning purposes, you don't need to use high-end olive oil for this kind of stuff. Just like with vinegar and baking soda and all that, just basic stuff. And so what you do is you just mix it in a bowl, and you put, for that much, I usually put 3 to 5 drops of lemon oil, and then I mix it together, and this is what I dust the furniture with. If your furniture is feeling really tired, and like you see, like it used to have like this alive, so the look to it, and now it just looks dull, then what you can do is to this mixture of olive oil and lemon juice, you add a little bit of vinegar. Yes, you heard me. And then you mix this thing, you take a little bit of paper towel, or you can use a rug, whatever, or an old towel, whatever, I don't know, what do you use, like something old, or t-shirt or a sock, whatever. And then you basically rub it with, like, you soak it in this mixture, and then you rub it all over your furniture. You will see that all of a sudden your furniture looks like new again. This is like a really great recipe for that kind of stuff. I've been using that and I love it. So these are this kind of recipes. What else did I didn't tell you about? You have any questions about what you can use, or like, is it something that I didn't cover that you're wondering about? Like, well, what about this? Because I'm trying to go in my head, did I forget something? Did I not cover like any part of cleaning process that you'd be like, hey, you didn't tell me about how to do this. So deodorizing the apartment or the bathroom, we talked about also the spray, the glass spray bottle. You put water with oils in it and you just spray it around. And that you can also use for like wiping the surfaces. So I already was talking to you about that last time, that you can use the spray bottle, what I call the layman's diffuser. That can be used in this way too, for cleaning and for deodorizing and for wiping surfaces. I also told you that you can use the multi-purpose cleaner. You can use it for windows, for washing also the mirrors, for cleaning the mirrors, for wiping the surfaces in the kitchen and in the bathroom. I also told you how to make the cleaner from baking soda, for the paste that's gonna take care of your bathtub and the sink and everything, and the kitchen stove and such. So I told you how to clean the carpet. I told you how to clean the floors in the easy way. So any other questions you guys have? Anything that you're curious about? Nothing? I told you all. Nobody has a question? Okay, so I'm not gonna wait too long. It's already, we already have like 9:15, so I'm at about an hour. I gave you some good information. Was this good for you? Do you like this information? So I'm gonna give you some, I'm calling it a play work. Not homework, because I was not a fan of homework when I was in school. So I'm gonna give you some play work until the next time we see each other. I want you to make or experiment for wood flooring. For wood flooring, you can use what I just told you. Use a little bit of castile soap and put some lemon oil in there, and just don't use, like, wring out really well what you do. And you can even add some olive oil into the water just to mix with the mixture, and you just wipe the floors, but just make sure you wring out the water really well if you're using whatever you're using, whether you use a rug or whatever you washing the floors with. And that actually works really well, because lemon oil and olive oil are great for wood. You can also either add some vinegar, just the same way like you liven up the furniture with lemon oil and olive oil and a little bit of vinegar. You can use it for floors as well. It actually works wonders. The floor is gonna be like really shiny. So yeah, so that would be for wood floors. Wood furniture, wood floors, very similar. Hi, Kat. We finishing and you just joined. So if there are no more questions, I'm gonna continue to giving you your play work. What I would like you to do, pick 1 or 2 or 3 things that I shared with you about, and I want you to make some and experience it. Start playing around with using natural cleaner around your house and see what experiences you get, and I want you to share them with me. I've tried, let's say, I made the citrus cleaner that I told you about, the multi-purpose citrus cleaner. Or I've used the baking soda with the castile soap and made the scrub. I just call it scrub. Yeah, but it would be a scrub, I guess. A scrub for your sink and for your bathtub and such, and for your stove. Like, pick 1 of these things or pick 2 of those things and just play around with it. Make it and test it out and see how it works. And let me know, like, what you found out, how it worked for you. What were your thoughts about it? So that's gonna be your play work till the next time. And we are gonna get together. This is gonna be our final 5th day, which is gonna be, today is Sunday, we're gonna reconvene on Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern. As always, it's gonna be our last hurrah together for this time around anyway. And we're going to talk about how to start making your own cosmetics and beauty care products, and how to start eliminating chemicals from your beauty care products, and how to start making your own using stuff around your house and essential oils to make your own stuff so that you can be beautiful, radiant, and healthy. And you don't laden your skin with your chemicals, so your immune system is gonna thank you and your body is gonna say hallelujah. Yeah, Linda, you do. So buy yourself some oils. I actually posted the link. I emailed if you remember, if you want to buy the oils or you want to see the link, it's www.oilswitherica.com/order your oils. But I also sent out an email yesterday with the links to the day 2 and day 3, and there is a link in there as well. So if you want to check that out in your email, you should be able to have that there. But yeah, oilswitherica.com/order your oils, and then there's all the information how you can order these oils that I'm using, and also if you want to get a diffuser. If you have any questions, you can also shoot me an email, or you can post a comment on Facebook page, and I will be happy to support you in whatever way you need. So just let me know, I'm here for that. Whatever works. So anybody else before I sign off with you guys? No more questions? If there are no more questions, I'm gonna say sayonara for tonight. I hope you learned something new. I hope you're gonna try to make some of your products. And I will see you on Tuesday. It was fun to have you here. I enjoyed your company. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you. And I will see you on Tuesday at 8 p.m. We're gonna talk beauty. So get ready. Hugs and kisses. Love you all. Until Tuesday. Have a good night.